So today we are going to be talking about a bombshell that took place. And as you can see, Joe Biden announced he's dropping out of the presidential race. Okay, and who's going to be the replacement for the Democrats? Yes, it is Miss Kamala Harris. Okay, so she's actually going to be the person. At first, I heard Joe didn't endorse her, but then they said yes. So I guess now he's doing it. But which, let's keep it real, that stuff means nothing, anyways. It just means, okay, I'm behind this person. You got my vote. Okay, whatever. And if you care that much about someone else's vote, then boom. But you could go and follow suit. But yeah, so she's now going to be running up against Trump. And she said, yes, I'm going to do everything I can. It's going to be so much easier, whatnot, right? Meanwhile, Donald responded and said, yeah, you're easier to beat than Biden. So that's what's going on. Now, here's a thing that I find to be interesting is how now there are people saying like, oh, well, now we're going to have a black president in the future, possibly. Okay, everyone, black men, come on. And I'm going to make a whole video on that. Black men, come on. Black women, put your support. One, she ain't black. And two, we have enough internet. We have enough data, okay, where you could do some research, okay, especially for something like this, okay. You can do some research. So with that being said, one, she ain't black. And two, just because she's black, I'm not going to just vote for someone because they're black. Now, the thing with Obama that made it successful in having a black president in there, you would then assume that you're going to do right by the black people. Okay. You got to make sure crime is down, give us whatever, give us resources, fix our schools, whatnot. Okay. Instead, he gave that Obamacare. And then you had people whose bills were 2-3 times more every month than it was before. You make all this stuff mandatory. You go over there to the Flint, Michigan. You drink that water. Oh, can I have some water?
That I see you and I hear you. We invest. Can I get some water? Come on up there. I want a glass of water.
Get a bottle. Bottle water.
I want a glass of water.
You go over there and you drink that water, okay? And you drop so many bombs, you ran out of bombs to drop. You're starting all these wars. So I look and I'm like, but people didn't know all this before. People had hope for change. Anyways, so this is who we have, and they're saying all black people, y'all need to go and support her. One, she ain't black. Two, I'm not going to just vote for you just because you're black. I need to see some policies. Because honestly, if you threw Bernie up here, I would give him my vote. I wouldn't even have to think about it. Be like, okay, yeah, sure. Oh, that's it. Okay, cool. Let me know when voting is. Okay. I'm not going to just be voting for you just because you're black and you've locked up parents. Well, you locked up a whole bunch of black folks. One past their sentencing. Then you're over here threatening to lock up parents. You think it's funny to do all that, and I'm somehow supposed to vote for you.
Many of us will say the same thing. And I believe a child going without an education is tantamount to a crime. So I decided I was going to start prosecuting parents for truancy. Well, this was a little controversial in San Francisco. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. No. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. No.
I don't get it. But what I want to show you right here, and this is from Joe Biden's Twitter account. Just read his letter. Hopefully you can see it all on the screen. It says Joseph R. Biden Jr., July 21st, 2024. And it says, my fellow Americans, over the past, let me see if I can enlarge this for you. Here we go. And it says, over the past 3.5 years, we have made a great progress as a nation. Today, America has the strongest economy in the world. We've made historic investments in rebuilding our nation and lowering prescription drug costs for seniors, which that took time, a long while to get that. And even still, it ain't where it needs to be. And in expanding affordable health care to record number. We should have universal health care. You were the VP for 8 years. You had Obama that was up in there. He didn't do anything. Even under Bill Clinton, this stuff should have already been universal health care so everybody can have it and it's not tied to your job. Because that's not normal everywhere else, but whatever. No, it's not. Because I was just looking at mine. It was like, oh, you want to pay $700 a month to continue some health care? No, I'd rather go and get it from somewhere else or see if I'm eligible for Medicaid. No, I wouldn't say that's affordable, but whatever. Alex, how you know? I just opened my thing up today. Just opened my mail up. But let's continue. We've provided critically needed care to 1 million veterans exposed to toxic substances. Okay, you're talking about just veterans. What else did you do for them? Passed the first gun safety law in 30 years. Which one was that? Please let me know. Which one was that? And what did it all entail? Because I'm seeing ammo machines in Dallas. But let's continue. Appointed the first African American woman to the Supreme Court. Was she qualified? I get it, I don't believe in you have someone who's qualified, but you pick, like a white person or something just because you want a white person in there. If the person qualified and you're not overlooking people, if you're going to take someone that is lower, mediocre, that's white, over someone who has better achievements that's black, that ain't right. Okay, but whatever. And you didn't do that. Your people told you to do that. And passed the most significant climate legislation in the history of the world. America has never been better positioned to lead than we are today. Go ask Russia that. Go ask Palestine that. Go ask Kenya that. Go ask a lot of other places that, or go to the border. Go ask people that who are working the border of the people you haven't removed. Go ask New Yorkers that, Chicagoans that, Texans, Montanians. I know none of this could have been done without you, the American people. Together we overcame a once-in-a-century pandemic and the worst economic crisis since the Great Depression. Okay, and what was the response to it? Because if I'm not mistaken, I believe that once you get it, you can't get it at all. That's what he ended up saying.
If you are vaccinated, you have over a 98% chance of never catching the virus at all.
Hey folks, guess you heard. This morning I tested positive for COVID.
President Biden is back in isolation after testing positive for COVID again.
You're not going to get COVID if you have these vaccinations.
Wolf, President Biden has just tested positive for COVID. We know that he tested positive for COVID last in July 2022.
You then say that you got sick from the Roros, but I thought you couldn't. So that means somebody lied to us. Fauci admitted it happened in 2020 because I moved 2019, 2020. It happened really late. It happened really around the time that I moved, which was late October 2019. I think it was like November 2019. But then Trump didn't tell us about it until 2020, if I'm not mistaken. But in regards to this, I just find that interesting because then you have Fauci that remained up there. I think did he resign? He remained up there. He was telling people 6 feet, wear the mask. At first he said, you don't need to wear a mask because he said, the reason why I said that you didn't need to wear them is because I didn't want you guys taking them all up and we didn't have enough for our nurses because our emergency supply was not replenished under Obama. But all that stuff combined, many people lost their jobs. You got PPP loans. You're giving forgiveness to millionaires and billionaires. But in terms of your, Shannon that took it, now they got to be prosecuted to the fullest extent. But then this person gets it forgiven, and they've applied in the same manner. But we've protected and preserved our democracy. I don't agree with that. And that goes even before him. And we revitalize and strengthen our alliances around the world. I think you got way more countries that hated you now than before, but okay. It has been the greatest honor of my life to serve as your president. And while it has been my intention to seek re-election, I believe it is in the best interest of my party and the country for me to stand down and to focus solely on fulfilling my duties as president for the remainder of the term. That is because he is highly demented. His state has gotten worse. They said, you can't run. Okay, you can't run. Let's go and put someone else up in there. I will speak to the nation later this week in more detail about my decision. For now, let me express my deepest gratitude to all those who have worked so hard to see me reelected. I want to thank Vice President Kamala Harris for being an extraordinary partner in all this work, even though she doesn't do anything but pander and appear on occasion. And let me express my heartfelt appreciation to the American people for the faith and trust you have placed in me. I believe today what I always have, that there is nothing America can't do. And when we do it together, but y'all job was to divide. We just have to remember we are the United States of America. So there's that. And that was posted from his page. So I wanted to look at the national poll and the comparisons of Biden versus Trump and Harris versus Trump and their numbers for how likely do you think that either party or either person would win. All right. So you got to see right here, you got Biden and his numbers are lower, not by much, except for right here, but not by much, but his numbers are slightly lower than Trump. So obviously it's going to be a close race. And then you look here, hers are just really about the same. But you see here, NPR, Mirrors, PBS and all that, it's a different, they have a little bit more. So, there's that. I personally just don't really think that people are really going to try to go for her. Okay. I just don't. The whole thing, the only way to get people to go for you is by saying, I'm a black woman. Now we get the black people. Okay. And then you got women, which come in all colors. Okay. So I'm a black woman. Y'all vote for me. Don't y'all want girl power? That's the kind of stuff that I see them doing. And I'm tired of it, y'all. I'm so tired of it. I'm tired of the whole, I'm a woman, listen to me. I'm a woman. I know I'm at, girl power. Oh, y'all, I get so tired of hearing about that. But let's go and look at this, because at the end of the day, I want to hear your policy. I don't care what you look like. If your policy is some bull junk, I don't want to hear it. That just is what it is. You having blonde hair ain't gonna make me vote for you. You having red hair ain't gonna make me vote for you. You having pink hair, I'm still not gonna vote for you just because your hair color. Just because your skin color, I'm not gonna just vote for you just because. Because we know there's a lot of cooning out here. But she ain't even black anyways. But whatever. Now, we have a new cover for Times Magazine. Okay, so as you can see right here, this is supposed to be Biden. This is supposed to be Kamala coming in there just to show like, hey, y'all, it's going to be me now. Girl power. Yes. And then I have a post right here. It says a mosaic of Kamala Harris made out of the black men she kept in prison beyond their sentences to use as free labor for the state of California. So as you can see, there are a lot of black men up in here. Look at that. And they're showing that's who this woman truly is, and that's what she represents. Then, of course, I just wanted to end it off with, if you are one of those people, if you're one of those people that are interested in donating, you are free to do so with this link here. If that is what you're interested in, you can donate over here and they give all of the information. All you got to do is go straight to his thing. But let me know what you all think. Do you all think this is a good idea? Like I said, I personally would have had Bernie up in there, but okay. But let me know what you all think down below. Hello. I would greatly appreciate it if you can actually support my little small business called Latrice Limited. It is on latricelimited.com. So as you can see right here, I actually sell candles and a wide variety of other items as well. This is my big forehead, okay? But I actually want to show you just a couple of different items that I do sell. This is actually going to be a part of my soap collection that I have. As you can see, I have a variety of different soaps on here. I actually have 2 pages worth of soaps. And everything is handmade, okay, natural, clean ingredients as well. You can also see right here, these are my candles, all right? They're all handmade, everything. Vanilla, sweet roses, sage and vanilla and sweet roses are actually my favorite scents that I do have. I also have a few other items on here. I'm actually going to go and show you all the bath bombs that I do have. As you all can see, there's eucalyptus and sage, sweet pea harmony, and so many more. And then we're just going to finish off on the gift sets that I have. There's a variety of them, from like the big ones like this for $45, and then you have some of the smaller ones, and you have these itty bitty ones down here that includes essential oil blends. Definitely shop with your girl. Definitely help your girl out. I would greatly appreciate it. This is like my little baby over here, okay? I would greatly appreciate it and enjoy.